What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Wrestleboyz, boys. Um, we are a couple of days out from the Royal Rumble. Um, there has been the major development that AJ Styles' career could very well be ending at the Rumble on Saturday in Riyadh, and we want to hop on here and pay our respects. Not that he's dying, but his career is dying. Pay our respects and give our thoughts on not just the end of his career, but maybe give our couple of our favorite matches for his. And also, we want to kind of predict or give out our dream card based on what's going on right now at the Royal Rumble for WrestleMania. So, Ty, I see you laughing. What you thinking? What you thinking about AJ Styles and his ultimate end?
Ain't nothing funny on this side of town, Kiwan. It's a real grim day for me. I've been praying to my God and hoping that this ain't true. But every time every answer I get back is that same scene of him almost crying looking at the hard cam. So I know it's over. I just, yeah, not lost for words, best lost at words. Yeah.
Wait, you all right over there? I see that lip quivering. You all right over there?
Well, apparently they have trademarked the career killer for Gunther as his name. So
look at Ty.
Go ahead and do a 10-bell salute
10 bells
for our boy AJ now. Look, been a good run, baby. Been all there. But listen, his peak was 2016 to 2019. Loved every bit of it. I don't know if I've loved anything he's done since, other than the last year or so. But man, it's been a career well worth. Mm-hmm. I didn't grow up watching all of his TNA matches, but if I did watch TNA, he was at the top of the card every time. Watched a few New Japan matches. I can talk about those a little bit more because I know he's a big New Japan fan. But I think my favorite match of his over this whole course was Styles Cena 2017 Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I guess just to give a different match, because I had the same match. I would probably say we talked before filming. I enjoyed the Brock match, him versus Brock at Survivor Series. I remember vividly him locking in the calf crusher, and then Brock just reaching back and then just slamming his head into the mat. You know, that's probably my favorite match outside of the Cena Styles at the Rumble.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, guys. All I can think about right now, for some reason, is the triple threat from TNA. Christopher Daniels and Samoa Joe. Arguably, no, it's not even arguably. Let's be fair. It's TNA's best match they've ever put on to this day. Yeah, I could go on for days. The Nakamura match in New Japan, the latest Nakamura match was really good. John Cena SummerSlam, very good. The Money in the Bank. Yeah, it's all right. But again, I think Blake. It was okay. Blake pointed out before we got on the podcast, the Roman match at Extreme Rules is a slept-on match. That's a very good AJ match.
Mainly, they just really hated Roman that bad that they didn't care for the match.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
Yeah.
And I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, that was AJ's. That was right after his first WrestleMania with Chris Jericho. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Thinking back, I didn't even think about it. He was in WWE for what, 3, maybe 4 months before that match. Man, that's crazy. One thing I remember is like just because I wasn't a TNA guy myself. I did not watch much of TNA at all, if any. I had one of the video games for some reason, but I didn't watch much TNA. I remember when AJ debuted, and it was kind of like I saw the buzz. I was like, what's so hyped about this guy? But as I started to watch him, and as I started to see him on my television screen, I realized, okay, this guy is him. this guy's legit. And I remember when, him and Cena first faced off before Money in the Bank, and it was like, I didn't realize at the time how big of a deal that was. That was Mr. WWE and Mr. TNA in the same ring, So I think it's crazy that AJ's impact on wrestling was across two of the biggest promotions out there.
I don't think it should also. I think it should be. I don't think it should be understated. The effort it takes to leave a company like TNA where you have become the face, and I don't know if anybody here knows the story of how that goes. Essentially, they look at him and say, well, "We can only pay you 10% of what we've been paying you your entire career." Well, AJ, being the face of the company, understands he cannot do that. He has bills to pay and stuff. That for him to go overseas and not only become a popular star in Japan, but the biggest star at the time. He runs Bullet Club, has, again, what I think is a top 10 match of all time with Shinsuke Nakamura. It's an awesome match. For him to have to reinvent himself and then come to WWE, and he says it himself in an interview, I can't remember exactly where, but he goes, he was very nervous because he didn't know how receptive the crowd would be for Mr. TNA. Mm-hmm. And to hear the crowd just go crazy for AJ, truly shows the respect he had built up in the wrestling world at that point. I think the guy is multi-talented is the most simple way you can describe a man as complex as AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
From Gainesville, Georgia.
Gainesville, Georgia. Go Dogs.
Right, go Dogs. He right down the road from me, man. Gainesville. That's crazy. I guess I know we did the 10 bells, whatever, for AJ. But do y'all have the feeling? Maybe I'm being optimistic, maybe I'm being delusional, but every piece of content WWE's putting out is them saying AJ's gonna lose. Do y'all think this could possibly be a work and we may see AJ versus Gunther at WrestleMania in the real finale?
If I had to put money down, I would bet that AJ's career isn't over at Rumble. I would, but there's way more clues towards that he is than he ain't. Mm-hmm. But I think he somehow gets out of. He survives Gunther. I don't think he should beat Gunther. I don't think he should pin him. I don't think he should. He dang sure don't need to tap him.
Better not tap him.
But because Gunther's red hot right now, and Styles has great matches, but he's got one's foot out. He's pretty much got the whole other foot out too. He just needs to fall over, I guess. Right. But I think they're going to pull a wild card and let AJ get out of it. But what can you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you fellas got into a good dose of copium. I don't think. I think, unfortunately for everybody here, the announcers standing up pretty much sealed the deal for me. Of like, oh, okay, this isn't a crowd giving respect thing. This is like the company aware standing up. Because again, it could have been because it's a good match. But when have they ever done that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And again, I could see the only way I could see this working out where AJ doesn't lose is like Snake pointed out, he's not going to win. I think he finds a way out of it. It may even be a Finn or CM Punk interference based on what's kind of happening. Obviously, probably Finn, but it could be something like that. But I think ultimately it's going to lead to him and Gunther at Mania. And I think if he does survive, that's where he calls it. Because again, we got to remember the leaks and reports coming out are that Brock wants to call it quits in Minneapolis at SummerSlam, which means I don't think they're willing and brave enough to have two legends retire at the same show.
Yeah,
and I also don't think they're brave enough to have AJ retire the Royal Rumble. I think when you have Mania 2 months down the road, what would ultimately be? So, yeah, I could give you guys credence on that.
Right.
And I don't know, this might just be a weird me thing, but I would like to think AJ would want to retire at home in the United States at least.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he would want to retire overseas unless it was in Japan because Japan means so much to him. Now I don't know what Saudi Arabia means to AJ, and I'm not, jumping on Saudi, But I mean, I would like to think if AJ is going to retire, it's going to be in the States. Yeah, it could be money. Georgia boys like money too. Let me not trip, but
That's valid. Yep.
That's right.
But I think it's possible that they let him keep going. But if not, bravo, great career. I think if AJ is going to retire, I'm glad it's by Gunther, and I'm glad it's at least for a good reason, or it's actually contributing to something.
Right.
Whether you like the John Cena match or not, fine. But in a perfect world, we're not going to get AJ Styles versus Bullet Club Finn Balor or however you want to put it. There's a lot of matches that we still want to see, but there's just not enough time. And Finn could be doing other things, like turning on the Judgment Day or turning face, like he should have stayed. But yeah, I'm in my tangent before I get off on a.
We still hoping for a Finn run here, huh?
I mean, hey, he just attacked CM Punk, so maybe he gets into a program and eats another pin from him.
I stopped wasting wishes on that a while ago, guys.
Oh, I don't think this is going to happen.
I'm gonna save my Finn talk for the dream card for WrestleMania.
Well, I was about to bring up a point, so we might as well go ahead and segue.
Okay, we can go ahead.
What if somehow, for whatever miraculous reason, Finn gets the world champion?
I wasn't going that far.
But no. Here.
Go ahead.
He somehow beats Punk. We're too close to Mania, but somehow beats Punk. Dom turns on him. Dom gets the belt from Finn.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I had. I was just saying, like in a bizarre world,
Actually,
I believe that would happen.
I think I know. Let's just go ahead and do it. WrestleMania. I have the exact opposite. I think Finn is going. Or this is, if I was booking, I'd have Finn turn on Judgment Day and pin Dominic for the IC title at WrestleMania. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but last year at WrestleMania, Dominic pinned Finn in the Fatal 4-Way. He pinned Finn in the Fatal 4-Way to win the championship.
I would like to see a Judgment Day match. I've been burnt out on Judgment Day for quite some time. I just want to see Finn win.
Yeah.
I saw the home team once. It's been 10 years.
Okay. So if I'm booking Mania, what I personally do with Finn is I'm going to be honest with you. So I think Drew winning the belt on a spur of the moment thing benefits WWE in a way of whoever wins Elimination Chamber doesn't necessarily, if they want to go after Drew with him being so fresh, doesn't have to have like a pre-built-in rivalry, in my opinion, right? So I personally think that you could have, again, and by the way, I don't know, is the triple threat happening at Royal Rumble?
What triple threat?
No.
Okay.
It's
Sammy
they
versus
announced
Drew.
it Friday.
It's Sammy versus Drew, right? It's on
for
heavyweight.
That's
WWE.
WWE. It's Sammy versus Drew.
Now that you mention it.
Okay, so my theory, at least that's what I would do, is because we know Cody's got to be close to the main event. Like that's just, that's kind of how they built the guy. Unless you're going to have him with some crazy feud with like The Rock or something, you gotta have the guy close to the main event.
Right.
I hate you just do. What I'm personally doing is I would have some Drew or somebody interfere in that Elimination Chamber match, costing one of the two. That sets up a perfect triple threat at Mania. Personally, I would have it be Drew cost somebody specifically. That'll set up a triple threat. For Royal Rumble, I would have Finn win. And the only reason I say that is because there's a underdog here that I think people would love to see win, and that is Sami Zayn. The only thing is I think the reports have come out and made it kind of obvious, and if there's one thing that at least WWE Unreal even has shown us is they will sacrifice good stories for the sake of twist endings. And luckily for us, if they were to have Finn win, it would be a twist ending. But it also wouldn't be out of anywhere. It would be a story priorly built of if you just left the Judgment Day behind, you could do it. So what if Finn leaves right before Royal Rumble And again, that is when he proves he can do it, is without the Judgment Day, he wins the Royal Rumble. So I just throw that out there. Let's see what happens.
Ben attacks the Judgment Day member to get in and ends up winning.
And then it comes out later he attacked him.
You know what though, y'all? I don't even know who's. I think Finn's the only male superstar that's active right now for the Judgment Day. Dom's hurt, and I think JD's hurt too.
He is hurt. Yep.
Then you just pack it up.
Ah, man. Hey, send in Raquel.
He attacks Liv. He attacks Raquel, yeah.
Send in Raquel, dude.
Do something. Bring in
Natalia. I want Raquel to win a belt.
Bring in Natalia. Just Natalia in black. Bring in Natalia.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Always. If anything fails, you know the plan. Bring Natalia.
Bring Natalia.
Jesus, dude, they're like Finn. So who's your partner up against Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman? Natalia.
Natalia. Yeah, let's do it.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, Finn is. I'm kind of confused as to what they doing though, because he did attack CM Punk this past Monday, so I guess they're gonna have a match between them two coming up soon. I guess.
I would like to see Finn versus AJ on Friday Night SmackDown.
Right, something.
It would make sense.
Yeah,
but we're running out of time on AJ here.
Mm-hmm.
T minus a few days.
Yeah, literally a few days. But yeah,
unless he survives and they fight on Monday Night Raw next week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what I'm about to say about the AJ before we kind of left. I think the only way to really have him get out of the Gunther match is to have him like win by a count out or something. Or if he's gonna win a match or something, it has to be in like a way where he survives rather than wins. I think back to
falling out of the ring.
Yeah,
the 10 count would be a good way.
Yeah, like y'all remember when Chad Gable fought? Chad Gable beat Gunther. He suplexed him over the barricade and won by a count out. It didn't mess up Gunther's character, but it gave a much needed win to Chad Gable, which went nowhere, by the way. But yeah, that could be a way of, I guess, keeping AJ going for another couple months or so.
Arguably the greatest
for another day
wrestler ever, and Chad Gable is he was turned into El Grande Americano.
Bro, they took. Oh my gosh!
I don't now. Help me out on the timeline here. But Sheamus Gunther, does that happen before or after Chad Gable in his huge run?
Before, I thought.
Yeah, I think before.
I could be wrong.
I think before. Chad Gable was right before. It was right before Sammy fought him at WrestleMania.
Oh, so that was after. Sorry, that was definitely after then.
Chad Gable.
Yeah, it had to be after.
Sheamus and Gunther was after. No, it couldn't be.
Oh no! Sorry, Sheamus and Gunther was before. You're right. Yeah, absolutely.
Sheamus and Gunther. I think it happened at Clash. I think it happened at Clash. One of the clashes.
Because Chad and Gunther.
I was thinking
right before Sammy.
Because I wanted somebody to dethrone Gunther, and I was about to say, well, I'm glad it wasn't Chad because we would have never got Sheamus and Gunther. But if Sheamus and Gunther happened before then that's invalid. I like Sammy. He is the ultimate underdog. But my God, he did not need that Intercontinental champion.
That was Chad's story.
I think everybody was like popping. Everybody popped whenever he won at Mania 40. And I was like, it works.
I got to play devil's advocate here. I think whenever it's not necessarily Sammy doing it. And whenever you see that Muscle Buster come out and you like genuinely go, oh, we're going that far now. Yeah. And again, I think to also play devil's advocate, I don't think Chad pulls that off as well as Sammy does. I don't think Chad pulls that that Muscle Buster out as nicely, just because that's not a skill in terms of amateur wrestling. That is I've done this wrestling thing for 15, 20 years, and I now know how to do this perfectly to not hurt somebody. So I don't think you pull that move. Without that, there is no huge pop. Again, maybe Chad did get a pop, but let's remember that crowd was pretty dead, and one of the biggest pops that we heard was Sammy pulling out the Muscle Buster. So
I would have had Gunther tap to Chad or pass out.
Yeah,
I don't know about tapping.
Gunther tap into the ankle lock at WrestleMania would have
That
been.
makes sense.
There you go.
Because Chad, dude, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time was Kurt Angle. And seeing Chad pretty much embody not the exact same as Peak Angle, but I mean, man can wrestle.
Right.
He can put on a match. I enjoy all of Chad's matches. So I would have thoroughly enjoyed that compared to Sammy and Gunther. Now, if it was 2015 Sami Zayn versus Gunther, I would have been all in for it. But different time.
I think it was kind of like the thing with Sammy was like I feel like he already got that big underdog win the year before when they beat the Usos. You know? And the story with Chad Gable was that Gunther beat him and then he made his daughter cry. Chad Gable was saying, "You made my daughter cry, yada yada yada. I gotta beat you for this." And then I think they went back and forth over the course of the year, or maybe later in the year. And then Sammy just comes out of nowhere, gets the opportunity, and now we have Chad Gable training Sammy to beat Gunther. What kind of mess is that?
Get off Sammy Hogan.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's when Chad turned heel.
Yeah, Chad turned heel after WrestleMania. Yeah. Didn't win. He didn't win the title.
Well, he was training. He was training Sammy to do it, and he was like, "Oh, so you think you're better than me?" And then jumped on Sammy.
Right.
Like he didn't do that in front of your daughter, big dog. But
I just want to say that was a crazy shot. Sammy was hugging his family, and then Chad just German suplex, and he's reaching for his wife, and he's getting German suplex. That was a great shot. That's a great shot.
I'd give him a world champion. Shot. I don't care. I would put a world champion on Chad Gable.
Chad Gable. He definitely. I feel like him falling to what was it? American Made or whatever it is now? American Made and then El Grande Americano was kind of like, yeah. Hopefully it comes back at Royal Rumble though. Maybe we have something different for Royal Rumble with Chad Gable.
This might be easier for y'all, but I don't know why it's popped in my head when we were talking about Chad Gable. Would you rather Chad Gable win a world champion or Finn Balor win a champion one more time?
I think I'd rather go Finn. I think I'd rather go Finn, bro, because Finn, man, like they pushed him to the moon when he first got on the main roster. He beat Roman his first night on Raw, then beat Seth, and he got hurt, and he never had a legit shot again. I know he fought Brock once, he fought Roman a couple of times. They did severe damage to the Demon character, making him lose to Edge, and that crazy loss to Roman. I feel like Finn. I think he talked about it a couple weeks ago on Raw. He was like, "Man, NXT, like I was a big part of that," and he was, and he just didn't, I guess, become the superstar we thought he would.
I have a question. Whoever we choose, can they win multiple after they've won the one, or they only get one?
Finn Balor gets. So if Finn Balor won, well, let's just say
capable of having multiple. Let's say they're guaranteed.
It's just a one pop.
Yeah, is it guaranteed one and then capable of having more? Let's just do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm going Chad then. I think there is. We've never had somebody like Kurt Angle or even close. I think the closest we'll ever get is Chad Gable. Mm-hmm. He's the only other guy who's an Olympic wrestler who, like, not only is he a great real amateur wrestler, he is somebody who adapted to wrestling as quickly as Kurt Angle, and it is very hard to do that as an amateur wrestler. Mm-hmm. So just the sheer talent. I love Chad Gable. And honestly, the sheer difference is promos for me. Like, I like Finn, but if I had to listen to both of those guys talk, Give me Chad. There's something about the guy. There's just something about the guy talking, man.
Yeah,
he got thank you over as a catchphrase.
Mm-hmm. He did.
I love that. I love that catchphrase.
Yes.
But I got a couple ideas for what WrestleMania should look like now that Drew has actually did the unthinkable and conquered the most unconquerable superstar, the most unconquerable champion of all time, Cody Rhodes under the Triple H era. I got a couple ideas, y'all. I've been seeing reports and stuff. We seeing Cody call out Jacob about going to jail and call him a criminal on national television. We saw that. But I'm thinking there is a good shot that we may get that triple threat at WrestleMania. I think there's a chance it may happen, knowing how WWE likes to drag stuff out. Because I don't know if y'all still agree. I know in the last video we all said we had Roman winning the Rumble. I still have Roman winning the Rumble, but if Roman wins the Rumble, I don't think he's gonna go after Drew. So that title is not gonna have a match, and I believe, of course, like Ty said earlier, Cody's got to be somewhat involved, and with this Jacob stuff going around, the only way to mix up this Cody and Drew rivalry is to throw Jacob Fatu in there. So I think that triple threat happens at WrestleMania.
I have a different perspective.
Mm-hmm. That would be fire.
I don't think he's going to win the Rumble. Let me rephrase that. I don't think he's going to win the Rumble, but I think if Cody's going to be at Mania and it not be for a belt, it's going to be against Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Either he's going to cost Orton or Orton's going to cost him. I think Cody should cost Orton, and Orton get like really pissed, and he's like, "All right, I let the Code Man slide the first time, and he did that to me in the Rumble. I'm gonna get my get back." So he eliminates Cody from the Rumble, and then they feud till Mania, maybe even after, resulting in a I Quit match or something like that at Backlash, which would be nice because Backlash is a good pay-per-view, and I will not think differently. And it'll be in Puerto Rico, so the crowd's going to be hot. Oh my God, the crowd's going to be hot for that match. So that's where I think Cody's going for Mania. As far as the World Heavyweight Champion, I think it's pretty set in stone by if we're all going with Roman winning. Roman and Punk, I'm not mad at it.
Actually, I think my opinion changed on that slightly. I don't have Roman anymore. My prediction has slightly changed.
I'm pretty skeptical. I don't know who.
Like, I know it's locked me on that video, and I'm probably going to lose if we're doing a point system. But mine has definitely changed.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do, and to everybody watching, every year we do a little raffle. I ain't gonna say raffle. We just do like a points game, and whoever gets the most points wins. So we'll probably do that again. And I guess what I'll do is I'll tally up everybody's points Friday night, and we will go from there. Kiwana, are you going to be able to watch it Saturday? I know you got to work.
Saturday at 2:00. I should be available. I don't got no plans.
Okay.
I don't got no plans Saturday at 2:00. Then over at the wife, she's not saying nothing, so we should be good for 2:00.
The reports are that Roman and Cody has been scrapped. Basically, that's why my opinion has changed on it. Every report's coming out right now that it's been scrapped altogether. So I don't know how much I trust Roman winning anymore if that's not the avenue they're going with.
Right.
So I think they could, but
that is fair.
I think there's better years to have Roman.
If not Roman,
Sammy or Finn. I think Finn. I genuinely, and I hate to say this, I know that people want to see Sammy eventually get his push, and I do too. Finn's been waiting too damn long. He has waited, and he has been drugged. Because here's the difference between Finn and Sammy: is Finn has been in mid-card hell since he got brought back, whereas Sammy has had his moments to be brought up into the
Sammy
main event.
had the bloodline.
He main evented a main event of WrestleMania. He main evented a WrestleMania. But do you know who still gets, we use the word pissed on for lack of a better word, Finn Balor, man, like a very talented, legendary wrestler, like a man who has built careers on his back alone. How do they treat him? Sticking him in mid-card hell with the Judgment Day. And again, man, I think we pulled the trigger on a Jey Uso who was out of breath during a 5-minute match. If we can't pull the trigger on a Royal Rumble win for a legend, I don't have faith in our decision-making anymore, simply put. So I'm going Finn, man, and that may just be a hope. Because, again, I'm not even the biggest Finn guy, but if there's a guy who deserves to win, it's Finn Balor, without a doubt. Oh, Jericho's coming back at 30. Jericho's back at 30, by the way. Just thought I'd throw that out there. And also, yes, Brock Lesnar did confirm on the McAfee show today while I was watching that he would be entry.
Yeah. Who's Jericho's WrestleMania match? He's got to be at Mania. He's got to be at Mania. He's got to be at Mania. If he's going to come back at Rumble, he's got to be at Mania.
I'll tell you a personal one, and it doesn't have to be a Mania one. I just want to see this feud, only because nobody else is going to mention it. Okay? I'm not high on this feud by any means, boys. I'm just saying I want to see this before Jericho's done. I might want to see the new Kit Wilson character feud with Jericho because I think it would be funny. I think it would be quite funny. I genuinely do. I like Jericho
into the viewers.
No.
Eyes,
Jericho is the best straight man to me in wrestling history. The list is an absurd thing that he got over. Having Jericho be so aggravated with Kit Wilson would be money. It would be, and have Kit Wilson win every match, and every time Jericho's like, no.
Like,
he's just his little song starts playing again. He just starts walking, and that's it. That's all you have to do. And dude, I'm telling you, I don't know why I want to see that so bad.
The only downside to that is we have already fed Chris Jericho to Fandango.
We have fed him to Fandango, bro.
You got me.
Dude, was that Fandango's first? Wasn't that like his first match?
First major
debut match at WrestleMania.
Oh my gosh!
And Chris was like, "Man, you couldn't have got anybody else for me to work at Mania." Vince was like, "Nope."
That's rough.
Anyway.
That's rough.
That's good, brother.
Yeah.
That's rough.
But I think the last little segment we can talk about here to wrap up is I think we all agree that Bianca should return and she should win the Rumble.
Right.
And she should fight Jade Cargill.
Right.
Is there any objections or anybody else that you think could win the Rumble?
Nope.
There's an interesting question you could ask here, though. Does she come back as a face or a heel? Does it? Because I personally would love to find out that she was that she also did not like Jade, and that's also why Naomi did it so easily, and they've just kind of held that out for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about everybody else. Again, I love Naomi's heel turn. It has reinvigorated her career. I think we all still wanted to see what Bianca looked like as a conniving heel, yes. And I think that there's still a lot of money to be made in that. Because, again, I know people kind of don't like Jade, but Jade, to me, is actually – you could put her anywhere. You could make her a face or a heel. It works either way. So, Bianca is just a whole lot more interesting as the heel in that, in my opinion. So, yeah, for me, I'm going heel. I'm interested in what y'all would say. What would you rather see?
I think for the sake of it, and it sucks, bro, because if she didn't get hurt the last WrestleMania and been out for the whole year, this story would have looked way different. Because it really does not make any, in terms of story, it doesn't make any sense for her to come back and have to fight Jade and them to have actual disdain for each other. It makes no sense for that to happen. But you know what? Thinking about it, bro, I want Bianca to win, and of course, if Bianca wins, she's going to fight Jade because that's been the big match since since she signed with WWE. But I'm not sure I'm not sure I really want that story. I don't think it really makes the most sense. You know, maybe if she had more time to be this super duper monster heel or whatever. But Jade hasn't had no real title defenses since she won the title.
That's a good
You know,
point,
so
buddy.
Bianca's coming back is literally like it's just okay. Well, we're just gonna give these people this match because this is the money match that we've been thinking about. But storyline wise, it doesn't make any sense. So I don't even know who is the other Stephanie Vicker. Bianca's not finna fight no Stephanie Vicker. Yeah, I would say face just because Jade is the heel. But
that match makes billions. What you just said, though,
Stephanie
I know she's
Vicker
not going
versus
to do
Bianca. It
Yeah, I
would be
know
fire. It would be fire. But we kind of know what match they're gonna do, unless they pull a swerve. Drew did beat Cody. We
That's like our go-to now. We're gonna reference that for the next 10 years.
Drew beat Cody. Anything's
They're
possible.
literally gonna keep the belt on Cody next time for 12 years, and we're gonna be like, hey, Drew beat Cody.
Drew beat Cody. This could be the Friday night. He hasn't lost in 12 years. This could be the night.
Ben might win.
It's good. Hey, Drew beat Cody in 2026.
That's a fair point. That's a good point.
Remember that?
Goldberg beat the Fiend.
Goldberg did beat the Fiend. That's a whole different segment. My goodness. He beat the Fiend, squashed Brock Lesnar.
We're not going to talk about it.
Cain Velasquez beat Brock Lesnar.
Yes, he did.
Never mind.
No.
Never
He didn't.
Never mind. Tyson, what am I thinking of?
Tyson Fury beat Braun Strowman. That's what you're thinking about.
He would have eat him in MMA, but unfortunately,
I'm about to say no. I don't remember. Yeah, I remember. Brock won that match. Crazy that was.
We don't have to go. We don't have to go into that vault because that's a can that
would rather not
open up a can of undesirable matches.
Just leave it.
I'm trying to stay away from the Saudi stuff. Yeah. So
thank you guys for watching. Next week we will be talking about the Royal Rumble aftermath. This has been the Boys podcast. See y'all next time.
Deuces. It's just us, oos.